Hello everyone. So when I was in my teens and 20s, I spent probably way too much money subscribing to magazines such as Evo. Every month they would send me the latest issue, and normally about once a year they'd take some money off my card, and that was it. It was really simple. I barely ever went into WH I now subscribe to something else, and I've done this for about 14 or 15 months now. But to show you what it is, I need to go to my driveway. So what would I subscribe to? Well, it's that. A car. This is something that, go back 2 years, I would never have expected to do. I'm quite old school. I like to own cars or finance them with a view that at the end of the finance, I'd either pay off the balloon or refinance the balloon and own it. You know, that's what I've always done. Never leased. Yet, this is kind of a lease deal now because I'm with a company called Onto. Now, they haven't sponsored this video, I'm just a customer. But I like to share my experiences. And it's probably worth going back about 14 months. So, coming out of lockdown, we only had one car, the i3, which we've still got. My wife uses it and drives all over the country in it. But I needed an extra car because back then I worked in an office, which was about 15 miles from home. So I needed a second car, but I needed something quickly and easy. So I looked into it and I'd heard of this company called Onto, and what they do is a monthly subscription for cars. Now, it seemed really straightforward. Yes, the monthly cost was a little bit on the high side, but it included everything I needed. So actually, let's jump in the car and I'll show you what I get with it. So welcome to the Ioniq. This is the Air Knife, I think they've called it. It's not the longest range car and the charge speed is diabolically slow, but it's brilliant for what I need. I see it as like a bit of a mini Model S. It's got a full hatchback for the dogs. The girls have got plenty of space in the back. Kate and I have got everything we need in the front of the car. It's got Apple CarPlay. It's got heated seats. It's even got a kind of autopilot, but it's really ropey, so don't really use it. So yeah, as a car, it's brilliant. And I'll do another video on actually reviewing the car, because I think I've done over 10,000 miles in it, I think now. So let's go back to Onto. So what you do is you pay a monthly subscription and they give you a month's lease. And you can set it to auto renew every month, and they take another payment and they give you another lease agreement for the next month, which is absolutely fine. It includes your insurance. It includes road tax if you had to pay it. You know, basically includes all the costs of the car. And now, also, I've got three. I've got BP, Pulse, Instavolt and Shell. I'm afraid they don't do all of these anymore. I think it's just Shell now. But to be fair, Shell is the only rapid charger I really use, because there's one at the supermarket I do most of our shopping at. So I just charge it up there whenever I go. So I don't actually charge this car at home very often. It's very rare, which is, you know, a great sort of cost saving. And if you're doing longer trips, then getting that free rapid charging is a really good deal. So yeah, so went onto the website, chose the car. You've got to pay a little delivery cost, and they turn up on your drive and you check the car over, make sure there's no damage, and you just have the car. You just use it. It's really, really convenient, and I'm really impressed. So is there a catch to using Onto? Now, my personal view, if you're an individual like me and not a business, then something like the Ioniq or the Renault Zoe, I think are really good value, because they're, you know, under £500 per month. And if you think about that on an annual basis, that's £6,000 a year. If I'd bought one of these brand new, I'm pretty certain the depreciation in this time would have been a lot more than £6,000. So I actually think I've done better than buying a new one. But the advantage of it is that I've got the rapid charging. So if we do go away, we tend to take this car. If the tyres are getting low and the fronts are, you know, not a million miles away from getting near the limit, then you just ring them up and say, I need some new tyres, and they fit them, which is great. Maintenance, so it actually needed an annual service, and I had to take it to Hyundai, but they sorted that, so that was fine. No cost to me, just a little bit of inconvenience. But these are all the things that you would have had to do anyway, but you'd had to have paid the cost. So in that respect, there's a saving there. I'm really impressed. I did not expect to be 14 months, 15 months down the line and still have this car on the driveway. Yes, we're going to get another Tesla soon, and the likelihood is this will go. And I think we're probably going to get the Tesla through one of our businesses, and then keep the i3. But for a short-term car, it's ideal. You know, one of the best reasons to use Onto is if you're thinking about going electric. You know, if you're worried about what the car's going to be like to use, just sign up to Onto for, you know, a month, 2 months, try it. You know, it's zero risk because you'll have a good car to use for that time. You'll have the rapid charging, and you know your expenses. You know how much money is going to go out every month, which is a really useful thing. And if you like electric cars, great. You can either keep using Onto and just either change it, because that's the other thing, is you can change the cars. You just have to pay a small fee for them to basically deliver the new one and take away the old one. So that's great. So yeah, I'm really impressed. And like all good companies, there is a referral scheme. So if you want to save £100 on your first month's rental, so again, if you're going to just use this as a test to see if you like electric cars, go and just use my code and try one for £100 less. And I'll put all the information of that in the description. Then yeah, you know, it's brilliant. So I'm a big fan. Like I said, I've been doing this for 14, 15 months. I didn't expect to be doing it. It's supposed to be just a short-term thing until I either bought a cheap car or, you know, I didn't know what to do. And the flexibility this has given me has been really good. And yeah, I'm very happy. I'm very impressed. So feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions about Onto. My email address is in the description, so drop me a message and I'll sort it out. If you are thinking about going ahead, then all the details are in the description of how you can get your £100 off the first month, and they also give me some, so it supports the channel, which is much appreciated. I think it's a great way of you know, owning a car. So yeah, give it a try. Let me know how you get on. See you on another video. Thanks. Bye.